the journey that you guys took to create this masterpiece is really fascinating to me. I want to know more details. So, I see you've collaborated with some artists here. How do you guys, when you make songs, how do you find artists that you say that sound? Like me, I do comedy, so I can tell like the sound. How do you tell this is the sound we need for our craft? Do you collabo? Are you open to collabos? How do you reach out to artists to get a masterpiece like this?
No, Johnny handles most of that.
Johnny, talk to me.
Well, I mean, I'll scout people
Okay.
and watch YouTube videos,
Okay.
and if I'm sometimes I'll make contact with the artist, whether they're a vocalist, a violinist, or whatever they may play.
Okay.
And generally, I'll send them a song and have them work on it, bring them in the studio.
A song pre-written already?
It's something that George and I have written that we've already produced or quasi-produced, where it's getting ready for the final stage of production, and we may need a violin part, for instance. And so I'll bring them in and we'll record them, and George and I will review the recordings and make a decision if the style fits our music, if it hits us, and that's really the extent of the process.
I have a particular artist in mind. I have a particular artist that you guys worked with that I want to ask about. Miss Sophie. Sophie, see you guys even made a video with her in Greece.
Yes.
So let's start. How did you meet Sophie Alexandra?
And there's a good example of what you're talking about, where I actually heard her on YouTube and on Facebook singing with a famous singer who I really like, and I reached out to her and said, would you be interested in writing some songs with us? We have these original songs. Actually, the first one was a Bacolas. It was a bouzouki-driven song. And she loved it. And she found some lyrics that her father had started to write.
So her father was a musician as well?
Her father was a very famous singer from the 70s and 80s named Lakis Alexandru. And he had a shoebox full of songs. He passed away in 2010. So she found these lyrics and basically co-wrote a song with her father, 6 years after he passed away. And that ended up being the song called Stakti.